Hey gorgeous, it's Ker-leen. Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. We made it, y'all. We are in 2026 and I could not be more excited about being here with you, sharing my very first perfume haul this year. If you're curious about these new perfumes, please keep watching. Hey friend, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me for another one. If you are brand new here on this channel, I talk luxury, I do review videos, I share my fragrance journey like this video today. I sprinkle in a little bit of lifestyle, and in every single video there is some encouragement. So if those are things you enjoy, then I think you will love it here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when my videos drop. All right, let's get into it. Before we jump in, I want to say thank you to Collabs for sending over these fragrances for me to try. I have been playing around with these fragrances, so I do have some thoughts. And the first fragrance I wanted to talk about is another Nafayes fragrance, except this one is called Nafayes Maghrib, I think is how you pronounce it. For my friends who know how to pronounce that, let me know how you would pronounce it in the comment section. Nafayes Maghrib has bright and fresh mandarin, grapefruit, and yuzu at the top, tropical fruits, and a fresh, slightly earthy galbanum at the mid, with an aldehydic ozonic combo at the base, along with a musk. I love the atomizer on this one. So this fragrance is so pretty. But it took me a while to become familiar with this scent. So this is a fragrance that definitely needs to be sprayed out and then set aside to sit for like a week or so before you can really get the true essence of this fragrance, because now it's been over a week. Actually, it's been about 2 weeks since I've had this fragrance, and it smells so different than when I first got it. When I first got it, it was hard to determine what I was smelling. I wasn't sure how I felt about it. I didn't even think I liked it, but now it's so pretty. And now I get it. I get what this fragrance is supposed to be. So you definitely need to let this one sit. This one feels like a less obnoxious version of Herba Pura. So this one is more mild, it's less sweet, it's less jarring, it's more of a softer, kind of more muskier version of an Herba Pura. It doesn't smell like Herba Pura, but it's that same scent profile. This is pretty now. I honestly didn't think I liked this one, but I really like it. I like what I'm smelling right now. So to my nose, this is fruity, but it has like really light and juicy and water-like fruits in it. It also feels a little tropical, so this is going to be a nice summertime scent. I could definitely see this being worn in the springtime, but I would recommend this for the summertime. This one does have aldehydes and ozonic notes at the base, and this is definitely like a more ozonic and aldehydic, airy, very light and musky Herba Pura type scent profile. This is not a dupe or it doesn't smell like Herba Pura, but that's the family that this fragrance would be a part of. It's a tropical, musky, fruity type of scent, except this one is heavy on those aldehydic and ozonic notes. So if you thought that Herba Pura was too obnoxious, too loud, just too much, this may be one to check out. I will be playing around with this even more and for sure be back with a maceration update. But as of right now, I am very impressed with this one. We're gonna test out performance and all of that good stuff, and I'll be back to share more thoughts on this one. But so far, so good. It was a close one there. I didn't think I was going to like this one, but after letting it sit and do its thing and really macerate, this one definitely surprised me in the best way possible. This one is Nafayes Maghrib. So the next fragrance is one that I happen to think smells incredibly niche quality. This smells like something I would smell at an MFK counter. And honestly, in a blind test, if you had put this fragrance on some tester strips with some other niche fragrances and asked the person which one was the MFK fragrance, I feel like this one would be picked a whole lot. This is Rhea or Raya. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but I'm gonna call it Rhea for the sake of this video. Y'all, this fragrance smells so high-end. I don't know what it is, but it's giving niche. Once again, very nice atomizer on this perfume. Ooh. Yep. This fragrance, y'all, smells like something I would smell at a niche counter. It smells very luxurious. So when I first sprayed this, I was getting floral, I was getting some fruits, and also a little bit of spice. And while there are no spices in this one, I think maybe it's the patchouli that's giving it that richness, that depth, a tiny bit of an earthiness, but is still very smooth, very well-rounded. Surprisingly, this one is all fruits, y'all. All fruits with a blackcurrant and a patchouli at the base, and then there's a musk at the mid. However, the way the fruits are done in this fragrance is noteworthy. This smells so expensive. It is not your typical fruity fragrance whatsoever. This is the kind of fragrance I put on when I want to feel extra put together. So this one is another one that I'm very pleased with. And again, this one needed to sit. It definitely needs to sit for about a week or so, because at first it smelled a little bit harsh. I couldn't really make out what I was smelling. Now, I was sick last week, so that is a factor to consider. However, in general, it is good to let these fragrances sit for about a week before you can really make up your mind about them. But now that it has been about 2 weeks, this fragrance smells so good, so luxurious. It is the most luxurious fruity fragrance I've smelled in a while. Unlike the tropical kind of ozonic aldehydic fruity fragrance I just showed you, this is one that can be worn year round, but it's going to be especially beautiful in the springtime. It is super duper pretty. Oh, I love this one. This one is called Ria. And last but certainly not least, I have Peach Velvet here. Peach Velvet is what I think Paris Corner was trying to achieve with their most recent Ker fragrance. Peach Velvet has slightly ripened peach, guava, and nectarine at the top, amber and vanilla with some spicy cinnamon and ginger at the mid, musk, and a sticky sweet caramel and creamy sandalwood at the base. So again, I think this one is what Peach Delulu was supposed to smell like. However, I kind of like this one more than Peach Delulu. Peach Delulu was a miss for me, but I can see myself wearing this one. All of the atomizers are absolutely beautiful on these fragrances. While I have not smelled the original fragrance that these fragrances are inspired by, Sarah Baker's Peach's Revenge, if I had to pick one between Peach Delulu and Peach Velvet, it would be Peach Velvet for me. Yep, definitely Peach Velvet for me. And here's why. Peach Delulu, I feel like the spices were just so overwhelming that I couldn't really enjoy the fragrance. The spice was just so harsh in that fragrance, for me personally. Whereas in this fragrance, the spice is much less harsh. The spice is much more subdued. This feels creamier, this feels sweeter. And so for a gourmand girly like myself, this one is speaking to me a lot more. Again, this is another one that needs to sit so that you can get the true essence of it. Because now about 2 weeks later, this one smells creamy and sweet with a subtle sprinkle of spice versus a harsh, overwhelming spice. To me and my nose, this one definitely gives peach and guava when I first sprayed out. The ginger and cinnamon are much more subdued and rounded, and it definitely gives me a beautiful mix of the sandalwood, the amber, the vanilla, because this one is so creamy. I know a lot of people do not like this fragrance, but this is one of those fragrances that people hate, but I actually really love it. If you have a fragrance in your collection that people hate but you love, let me know in the comment section. This is gonna be it for me. This is one of those fragrances for sure. To my nose, it's sweet, it's creamy, not too much spice, it's perfect, and it definitely feels fun. And unlike Peach Delulu, this one actually is enjoyable to me. I do still own Peach Delulu, so I will definitely be back with a comparison video between the two for anyone who is curious. If that is something you want to see, let me know in the comments as well. But yeah, y'all, I like this one. Yeah, I don't know what to say. My nose likes what it likes, and it likes this one. It smells really good to me. It's definitely not something that's an easy reach or something I would wear every day. I have to be in the mood for this fragrance because it is quite a lot. However, I really like this one. Yeah, I really like it. This one is Peach Velvet. So as I mentioned earlier, I will definitely be back with an update video on these fragrances in terms of how they are maturing over time. I'll talk about any changes that I experience as well as the performance on each of those fragrances. So stay tuned for a maceration update. All right, friend, if you've reached this point in the video, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful, don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. And if you're here and you love fragrance content, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I make a lot of fragrance content on this channel. And don't forget to turn on those notifications so you never miss another upload. So before we head our separate ways today, I'm curious to know, what is one thing that you want to do differently this year than you did last year? For me, I have a few things, but I think a lot of them can be summed up with pushing past my insecurities and my fears and my worries and just doing what I feel God is leading me to do right away. Not making excuses, not delaying, just moving, and moving with even more faith this year than I did last year. I think for me, that pretty much can sum up everything that I want to do differently. I just want to move more boldly this year. Honestly, I want to move and do things like I'm doing them for an audience of one, and that audience is God. So let me know, what's that one thing for you? What's one thing you want to do differently this year than you did last year? Drop it down in the comments. I want to remind you how absolutely special and unique you are. It's so important that you continue to remind yourself of that, because it's only when we realize how unique we are, we can truly begin living to our fullest potential, knowing that there is only one person that is meant to do what you were born to do. And that is you, friend. As always, I will be over here doing the exact same thing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye.